Good afternoon, and thank you for joining this fireside chat. Today we want to discuss about something that is very much close to all of us. So what we want, what we need, and what we aspire to as energy customers. So it's a topic that touches all of us. I'm Martina Pagani. I'm an associate partner at Bain. At Bain, we love customer strategies. We are really deep into customer insights. We run our Elements of Value survey every year across regions and across sectors. So this year we have run it in Greece and in several other European markets, energy and others. And we want to discuss the insights together, especially with George, Deputy CEO Commercial at PPC Group.
Hi everybody. Well, customers is all we think about, and hopefully the next 20 minutes are going to be the most interesting 20 minutes of your day, because we're going to talk about ourselves. So we have thousands of transactions with our customers every day in Greece, but now in the wider region as well. So we have a lot of data. And it's safe to say that the relationship that customers have with energy has grown from being just a standard sort of commodity relationship into something wider, which means they love, and it's important for them, the customer experience, the seamless journeys, a sort of intuitive interface in everything they do, but also the sense of security, a wider range of products, and at the same time, all those additional values that the suppliers serve, they are important to the customers in terms of choosing the right supplier for them.
Yeah, indeed. I would start from the basics. So we know that customers are moving away from pricing. Pricing is kind of a must. They give it for granted. They want competitive offers, but they are not enough anymore. So talking about still functional needs beyond pricing, we know that customers really value a seamless journey. They want interactions which are easy, which are fast, but at the same time which are custom, tailored to their needs. We're talking about digital interactions, but we're also talking about physical interactions and physical transactions. Yeah. What's the balance you see?
Well, in Greece, looking at our base, we've got around 30% of our base is now interacting with us digitally. So whether that's paying their bill online, whether that's buying something online, whether that's asking a question. Yeah. So that is a growing segment. That's a growing sort of touch point for us. Yeah. And the interesting thing is it's not just for what you expect with the younger generations. You expect, well, the younger kids are mostly into digital and they're less into physical. No, we see a good trend with older generations as well. They become more digitally savvy. They use all the services that we've got out there. Equally, on the other end of the spectrum, physical is very important as well. Yeah. Again, you would think that that's only for the older generations. They used to go into the store to pay their bill or anything. But no, it's equally important for the younger people as well. One of the reasons is things are getting more complex, more interesting, I would say. You think about more stuff when you think about energy and more solutions. So they have to come close and have a chat with somebody who's an expert.
They want support.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. They need that interaction. They need the expert to talk them through a custom solution for their needs. Yeah. So although digital is a really growing segment, we see physical playing a very important role, especially now that we're going into a world where we have to handhold loads of people into making the right decisions for their homes or for their businesses.
Yeah, and talking really about the balance, digital and physical, since we love data and we love customers with data, we have mapped a bit how the trend has been evolving over the last years in terms of customers willing to start the journey online, but then complete it offline. Yeah. So there's plenty of customers who actually want to look for information independently. They need their time, they need their space, they need their tools, so they Google it, they find the possible solution, but they are not ready yet to complete the journey. So they go to the store or call the call center and complete the transaction. The percentage of customers who actually start the journey online and finish it offline is 50% in UK. Yeah. It's a bit less here in Greece, not much less, because we're around 35, 40 and growing. So really, omnichannel is there. Yeah, it's not something we are talking about for the next years, it's there already.
Yeah, of course. It used to be nice to have. It used to be one of the statements you would make, oh, we're going to become omnichannel. Now everybody considers this an absolute necessity. I mean, you cannot go out in the market without having an actual omnichannel experience. That's a given. And that's a given not only to demanding consumers, but also it's become an important part of the proposition for businesses as well. So it's a thing. You have to be able to serve the customers on all channels, absolutely.
Yeah. And feeling is that the physical touch, the proximity and the support is even more relevant going forward when we move from commodity to products and services.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think this goes together with the other need we have scouted, and it's becoming more and more evident. Customers want seamless journeys, but they also want something that is becoming more aspirational. So apart from functional needs, they display aspirational needs also in the context of a commodity, a once commodity market. They're looking actively for suppliers who are aligned to their sustainable needs. So customers themselves want to reduce their footprint, become more sustainable, and they need a supplier that is helping them in this transition. Obviously, energy players can do this in different ways. They can show to be aligned in different ways. They can do it through central sustainability strategies, and that's great. But when it comes to the customer, they need a practical reaction. So really, what energy players and retailers are doing, it's enhancing the portfolio. So it's not just selling commodity, it's bundling the commodity with a wide range of electrification and efficiency services.
Yeah, of course. Well, if you look at the segment of what we call environmentally savvy or this type of segment, it used to be a niche segment a few years ago. It was around 10% of our customers would think that it's really important to think about how green and how sustainable their solution is. That segment has grown to more than 25% of the market now, so it's becoming a really dominant trend. Yeah. Now, the interesting thing is that it's been driven by consumers, of course, and the younger generations are really helping towards that direction. But if you look at the business segment as well, which we like to balance our approach into different types of segments, you'll see that the business segment not only has the natural tendency to go into more sort of green solutions because they should, but there's a couple of other drivers as well. One is all the elements of reporting and standards that they have to follow, which is a bit of a regulatory, let's just say, framework, but also maybe financing as well. But the key driver for business is the customers themselves.
Once again.
So our customers are pushing us to become greener, but our customers are pushing our customers as well to become greener. So that's a compounding effect.
A virtuous cycle.
Exactly, right. But it's a positive direction. I think it's a snowball effect into actually being more conscious about what you offer to your customers and them being more demanding on those elements that are now key to the proposition.
Yeah, and stepping a bit from what customers want to actually what they can get. So we know the need is there. You were mentioning 25%, and I bet next year will be even higher, the percentage of these aspirational, let's say, customers. But stepping from what they want to what they can get, we believe there is a wide space, because if you just look at an example, which is out of all the solutions, green solutions that customers could get, one example is rooftop PV, for instance. Yeah. And if you look at the penetration of prosumers, so customers with the rooftop PV at home, on the total base, in Greece, we're still, there's still, let's say, a way to go if you compare it against other countries with even less sun, like the UK. In the UK, we're over 10% of prosumers. Greece is 1,
Makes me a bit sad, but that's okay.
It means that the path is sunny, let's say. So if we look at what we need to do as a network, as energy players to get there, we've seen several examples in terms of success factor. One, for sure, is that customers need to understand what you are proposing to them. Yes. So the proposition needs to be simple. For a PV, for instance, they need to know how much it will cost, what's the payback, what's the energy they save, what's the CO2 footprint they would get. Yeah. Second success factor is that they actually need someone who is close by. Mm-hmm. So they want a delivery model and an installation, let's say, approach that is close to their place, easy to reach. Third, and I think probably the really, let's say, silver bullet here is that the approach should be affordable for them. So there should be models which are capex light for customers.
Yeah. Well, the demand is there, and it's been there for a number of years. You see customers wanting to move into a world where they can install a PV in the roof and take that next step into the relationship with energy. But the toolkit wasn't available. So a year or so ago, we launched a PV solution in Greece, photovoltaics on the roof, an end-to-end solution, and at the same time, more or less at the same time, a heat pump solution, again, an end-to-end solution. The reason we did that was because there was an obvious gap in the market, and that was exactly what you were saying. People couldn't find a single point to go to, a trustworthy single point to go to get this full view of what's going to happen in their home or in their business. So they would go to one person to do the device, another person to do the installation, and so on and so forth. And that is a broken journey and a scary journey as well, and a CapEx intensive journey as well. So we're looking to close that gap, to plug that gap with solutions. We are on a journey there. And another interesting thing is that if you look at the energy consumption per square meter, you can see that the most vulnerable customers actually consume more energy per square meter than those who are well off. The reason is pretty obvious. They have older equipment, they have older technology, and they need to refurbish. They need to go to change it really. Yes. So having all that in mind, this is one of the reasons, one of the fundamental reasons that we're working with Kotsovolos now, because we're partnering with the biggest retailer in the country, because together these two brands and these two forces are going to change the landscape. We're going to try to introduce different mechanisms, different paradigms of how one could, let's say, navigate through the complexity of energy transition in a safe way and an affordable way as well.
And since you were mentioning safety, I think this type of products, PV is for sure one, they can contribute to another need that we've been scouting on the market. So customers want an easy journey, they want green products, but I think the really first need that has been emerging as priority in the last couple of years has been security. Security. So after the recent crisis, the need that ranked first in Greece and in several other Southern European markets has been, I want an energy provider who shelters me from any price shock and from big risks, let's say. So they want to be safe, they want to know how much they will spend, they want to budget what they spend, and they don't want surprises, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we saw that with the fixed price contracts, because we were the first in the Greek market to launch fixed price contracts. You could see immediately the take-up was huge because people were looking for a safe haven, and we didn't even have the crisis back then. So that became sort of a trend. But you also mentioned PVs. PVs are a safety net, aren't they? I mean, you unplug yourself from the fluctuations of the market. You feel safer. You're more secure. But another interesting thing is, we all know the different incarnations that we had with the smart home solutions back in the day. They used to be really cool, they used to be really interesting, something to really impress your friends when they're at home, clapping and turning the lights on. But now it's become more real, because you can use these types of solutions to actually manage the consumption of your home, which has become a real tangible benefit. Absolutely, a benefit. And if you're a business, well, there are solutions now that help you shape your demand. Yeah. We can offer solutions to customers who can actually change the way they consume in a day. So at one point in the day when the prices are high, you can reduce your consumption, you can increase it when prices are low, and the impact on your P&L is tangible, it's there, and you can transfer it to your customers if you want at the same time.
Yeah. What I feel could be a challenge is that there are different ways, different tools. So one is demand response, one is smart home for residential customers, it's fixed plans, it's PVs. So there are different ways you could solve your, let's say, security issue. But there are very different customer types. So there may be customers who want to control everything end to end. They are maybe scared of putting themselves in the hands of someone else. So they want to control consumption, manage consumption, and act accordingly. Yeah. There are other customers, like me, honestly, who prefer to delegate. So please take care of myself. manage my supplies end-to-end, ensure, but I want a clear price, a fair price, and something that is stable and safe.
Yeah.
So but to me the challenge is to understand who you have in front and
No,
how to package the right proposition.
Well, first of all, the trends are there. I mean, you can totally see that there's those customers who really want to play with all the buttons and change everything. Sometimes I think of them as Linux users, and then you have the Apple users, more cool, one step back. But both of those customers, if you want to serve them at the right way, you need to have all the technology necessary to deliver those capabilities, whether there are capabilities that are presented to the customer for them to use, or capabilities that you use in the background. In the second case, which is, I guess, your case, it's even more tricky because you have to combine it with a promise. And the promise could be, you spend this much, or you save this much, or whatever. Now, to your point about data and about understanding, this is a critical part of our job now. It's to know who you're talking to. We have obviously, you understand, we have all the range of customers in between those two sides. So we use data, we use analytics, we use systems to be able to know who is that person who we talk to and what is the offer that we will tailor for their needs. And that's the interesting bit about our market. Our market is evolving, as we said in the beginning. It's not just one size fits all, hence the title of our little discussion. But it's how you tailor your solutions to this specific segment.
Yeah. So the key is basically a modular portfolio and the modular journey that you can pack. Just to close a bit on a high. So we've been saying that electricity is not a commodity anymore. It comes with all new meanings. We have been talking custom journeys. We have been talking green products. We have been talking safety. So it's becoming actually much more than a single product or a simple product. But something that we have noticed in the last few years, and especially again with the crisis, has been becoming more evident. It's that customers also look for providers, for companies who are able to give them a sense of affiliation, not just security, but also belonging. So let's say companies who are able to build a network, who are able to build a community, which can even be not a single community, but broken down by type of customers and based on the type of needs they have. And this is especially true, of course, for companies who have a legacy, let's say.
Oh, absolutely. We're very happy that the market is maturing. We're very happy to see that we're evolving, and we love the fact that our customers now are more demanding, and when they pick whatever type of company they pick to work with, whether it's the clothes they wear or their energy provider, they want to see the values that these companies represent. They want to see, not just in writing, but in the way they interact with the customer. They need to see them in real life. And a sense of community, as you said earlier, a sense of belonging is one of the things that PPC has done in its lifetime already. I mean, the first electrification in the country was driven by PPC. And the fact that we are building on this legacy is a critical part of our strategy towards our customers. Look, I'll close with this. We're very proud to be part of the PPC family, and we're making a huge effort to make sure that our customers as well feel really proud to work with us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.